one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians, little Haiti made Zoe. As I was saying, you know, everyone got a little racism in us. You know what I'm saying? We say little derogatory things about people that we don't necessarily mean that we hate the whole race. But at that moment, we just say little things. See, Trump, I don't think he racist at all. Trump care about the almighty dollar. Trump care about the green. He don't give a damn what color you is. Long as you making that green and you enhancing his money and his portfolio, Trump rolling with the money, right? Yeah. At the same time, Trump is the closest thing to a mob gangster that's gonna ever be president. Right. Trump don't give a damn, right? But at the same time, what we seeing on the internet today, especially with Charlie being killed, you know, a lot of people really showing me today that racism really still exists, and we as black people gotta really always stay on our pivot. Right. You know, never forget where we came from. Right. Because if it was up to the white man, they will like to think for us again. Right. But as far as Trump being racist, no. Trump is about the almighty dollar.
Right. But you know, see, when we start talking about this type of stuff, man, you know, it messes with my mind sometimes and makes me want to get back out there in the wilderness. Because check this out. Like you saying, like you know, every group, race group, ethnic group, I don't care what nationality you are, everybody have their right to be racist. When you look at the word racist, when you go to your dictionary, just look at what racist means. A racist is a person that loves his own race. Now, the difference between a racist and a bigot is what we trying to get y'all to understand. So a little education right quick. Racism versus bigotry. Now, when you a bigot, I ain't fucking with you. Because a bigot is a person that just hate a person because of his color, his creed, his race, his religion. That's bigotry. That's what we try to abolish or get rid of in America. Bigotry. But racism abounds. It's everywhere. Everybody's a racist. It's no problem being a lover of your own race. You gotta love yourself. So it's when you blatantly disagree with the different or the multiple other nationalities that you share this earth with. It's when you just got a problem because they different. That's when we have a problem with it. And I don't think Trump is one of them type of guys that don't like a person because he's black, white, green, or whatever. Trump is about that dollar bill. That's the only race they know is the dollar. So as long as you about that dollar, you can get paper with Trump.
And Trump is about empowerment of America.
Oh, exactly, self-empowerment.
He may do some things that's not right, but at the end of the day, he do it for the America.
Right, he
for
wants us
the
to be
things that
great
we get the benefit.
So
it's so easy to judge him, but at the end of the day, to live this lifestyle that we live in America, right, it comes with a lot of evil and vicious things that's done all across the world.
Facts.
Okay, in the name of freedom and democracy. So we gonna really stay off Donald Trump because he just doing his job. Because at the end of the day, Donald Trump is not white, black, or none of that. He's orange. So y'all leave him alone. Orange and green.
An orange man that loves green. That's true. That's the you color.
Yeah, that's all. He's
matter
a you.
Matter of fact, the you tear shit up right
So
now.
we gonna stay off Donald Trump, okay?
For sure.
Because at the right price, Okay, Donald Trump would get one of your loved ones that got life imprisonment in the federal prison. He would get them free. He would get them a
Kodak a pardon.
Okay, for the right price.
Home
yes, sir.
Home
so we're going to respect Donald Trump on his gangsterism.
For sure.
Okay, Junk, so we're going to get into another subject, Junk. And damn, Junk, man, the internet, the era that we knew it, the golden era of being a gangster is over. You know, we're in a new era where the new YNs run the streets, the internet. You can pretend to be whatever you want to be. You can't fight it no more.
Yeah.
You understand me? But the game is fucked up. A lot of young talent. It hurt me to see all these young millionaire rappers that's locked up in the feds with no bond.
No bond.
Got #1 selling records right now in the stores. We got no bond.
See, let me
drill
tell you,
music,
social media.
bullshit.
This is what I've been saying. This is what been my main focus ever since we created this platform, right? Our reason to come on this platform is because we transition from the streets, right, to social media. You feel what I'm saying? So we went from gangsters to journalists, you know, and we went from crack to content, right? We told y'all that. It's a reason behind that. Because if you understand the history and the legacy of us as a whole, you already know them boys was about that life and they still about that life. Because you can't change a man based on the environment. A man heart is his heart, so you can put me wherever you want to put me on this earth or beyond. I'm going to be who I am. And that's who it was.
As long as there are real niggas in the building, we're going to always feel that we at home.
Exactly. Always. So it don't matter, and it could be a real goddamn animal, giraffe, kangaroo, lion, put me in the jungle with them. If they real, I'm going to be all right with them because I know how to respect their space. I know how to stay in my lane. So that's why it was different when we ran the streets with the code and the honor and the discipline we had. So back to the YNs these days, self-destructive. That's why I always spoke about us as OGs, owing them this game that we given to get them back on that straight path of this G code, Z code stuff. Because the way it's going now with the YNs, we can see it was no chaperone on the field trip. I'ma just put it like that. It was no chaperone on the field trip. So now, when you take them on that field trip to the zoo, you know how Morningside always take them to the Metro Zoo and stuff like that. So the chaperone was the elder that made sure the kids don't stick their hand and try to feed the animals. Because the wild animals.
I don't mean to cut you off. They did have chaperones. They had chaperones like...
Nah, they ain't had no OGs.
They had a misleading chaperones like Young Thug.
That's
they
not
didn't
a
have
chaperone.
The chaperones, the physical chaperones that we had on the field trips, right? That was there with us, right? Because it's a new era. They chaperones was on the internet. So they got all their game and their knowledge from Young Thug, motherfuckers like that, and then earned the game. Right. Misled these young niggas. Right. That's why we heading for destruction today.
But you know why? It was nobody showing these young niggas how you check a nigga credentials. They was just blindly following, because it was no chaperone there telling these young niggas, listen, believe half of what you hear, half of what you see, and none of what you hear. If you hear something and you ain't see it, don't believe it at all. And if you see it, halfway believe it. That's how we was raised. Don't trust nothing. Don't believe nothing. Listen, man, do your research. You feel me? Go out there, man, because once you got them wings, the OG's gonna let you fly. Soon as you got, the milk ain't run your mouth, you fucking your little hoes back in the day, you know, niggas start fucking hoes. Niggas start staying out. You know what I'm saying? Nigga got the little Chevy and shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Nigga got a little hair around their nuts. Nigga sleeping out now. So, nigga in the streets, the OGs always warned us, hey, you in the game. It's rules and regulations, man. They ain't try to handcuff a nigga. We ain't had no bully big homies and all that. We had real guidance. Or niggas that we was watching that respected our little spaces, young niggas, and just always told us, all right, you feel me? Y'all out here, be careful. It's a difference when you're in this millennium age and you on a TV set or you on Instagram watching a bunch of fake dudes like they getting exposed now in this rap game.
All of them.
it getting exposed. So the young niggas that was mimicking or following what they was seeing on TV, they became the same type of dudes. Fake jaking, Hollywoodized ass gangsters. And now, when the truth come out, or the masses put off their face, now everybody looking with the dick look on their face.
Or when they get in that interrogation room.
Yeah.
Now they want to switch up.
You feel me?
Like
now you got a bunch of young YNs now that was talented, that had gifts, that didn't have to travel down that drill path. Nigga, okay, you want to drill for real? You gonna get drilled. You going to prison if you making it that easy for the crackers to come see you in opposition with your ops doing what you do.
And a lot of them young YNs and young Z's following that drill music coming from Chicago, that was their lifestyle. Chicago come from a long line of gang banging.
Because, exactly.
Chicago been really gang banging long before California.
I mean, that's where the GDs and the Vice Lords was created.
So what happened was,
gangland.
It was the same shit that been going on in Chicago. It was gang banging, but it was a thing that was invented called the internet. So now they was able to gang bang on live.
That internet made
you understand
these,
me?
That
it
internet
changed
made
the
these,
game.
That internet made these young niggas stupid as hell. It don't make no sense because we were scared of cameras. If we saw a camera in a corner store and we was going to burglarize something back in the days and we saw a camera, nigga, we running the hell away from that. How it transitioned from us running away from camera on some street G shit to niggas putting their face on camera to go do this G shit. I don't understand.
That's one part of the game, Junk. I done been this.
And then you use it to become known with your rap skills to go viral. You feel what I'm saying? Because you done did this shit on TV and expecting to be free and enjoy the bread that you gonna gain from becoming famous for that.
It don't add up.
That don't add up.
Don't add up.
You can't tell me what that 1 + 2 equation made them think it was gonna be 10,000.
Listen, the internet, it don't trick these young niggas. They don't think 25 to life is real.
I'm tripping because technology is increasing, so you would think niggas is getting smarter.
Junk. When we were
I ain't
growing
understanding
up,
y'all. Y'all help me out in them comments. Man. I know y'all gonna drop them comments.
We learned about the police, and we learned about the robbery detectives, and we learned about homicide. Very young. We knew the difference from a regular police that's on the block that's circling your hood. You know, we learned the difference when the robbery police come through. They looking for niggas who done did a robbery.
You ain't know the time,
right?
Yeah.
So, and we know the difference when homicide. We all know when that homicide is involved, it's real.
Yes.
We learned very early you cannot kill a nigga and go to sleep and think when you wake up the next day it's over.
Not in the real life.
Right, it don't work like that, right? It's
life.
a lot of come with that when you take that conscious decision to take a nigga life, right? So a lot of these young niggas learning on the internet, they don't really see the consequences to a lot of this shit. They just see the outcome when niggas don't get caught, right? But a lot of these niggas, if they saw the consequences to a lot of these niggas that's right now been missing 10, 12 years, they don't see them no more because they sitting in some penitentiary because they done caught a body on camera.
But it's crazy. It's crazy with even what you saying, Kid. It's crazy. Because even with what you saying, right, you would think, right, a lot of these YNs today that's, you know, packing these folks' jailhouses with the foolishness, you would think like after 1 or 2 demonstrations them feds put down, you know, these YNs will learn like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Buddy did that, or he got the fame, you feel me? But he's scarred. He ain't coming back. Now, 1 or 2 of them dudes did slip through the cracks because the way shit happened, it kind of made it look like self-defense or it wasn't enough evidence. So certain niggas, like, there'll be the case that was probably, you feel what I'm saying, in the view of the public. So now that made every young nigga think that he could probably get away with it. But I don't understand how a lot of these dudes put down how they put down, and they on live TV either talking about a murking or they was part of some evidence in the murking. You know, phone got pinned or something, or it's like crazy to me, dog.
It's a new drug called attention out here, and these niggas will do anything for followers and views.
I see that, bro.
You understand me? If you notice, the average nigga today, he can't get in his car and drive without looking at his phone.
Yeah.
The average nigga
I mean,
today
I'm guilty of that
have
too, but
a attention span of 1 minute without them not going on their phone.
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
a whole
too much.
different drug
That's
now.
too much.
When a nigga get locked up back in the days, you had to shake the little weed that you used to smoke. Now when you get locked up, these niggas gotta shake the fact that they don't got a phone in their hand.
Damn.
It's a whole different ball game.
Yo, that shit
A
tripped
whole
me out
different
too,
generation without that phone, the attention of people knowing, engaging and you not knowing what's going on. It's a different type of drug.
Yeah.
You understand me? So these young niggas, they don't realize shit get real until they get to the Florida penitentiary, and you have to join some type of clique like ZMF, you understand me, or some type of Crip or Blood type of set, you understand me, to protect yourself, because now the Florida system today that we know, the prison system that we knew is gone.
Oh, yeah.
All these niggas not in gangs.
They done revised the
You
whole
understand me? Or you gonna be a neutron, and ain't not too many niggas real enough to stand on their 10 toes to become a neutron.
Yeah, but see, for the Kitty Cake, you see, now with that even being said, Kitty Cake, see, I got a taste of both worlds. See, you've been to the state, and the state is one way, and the feds is a different way, especially with that neutron aspect of doing the bid, which he's saying is being an independent or neutral. You ain't down with no clique, no group, no whatever. I just stand on my own too. You feel what I mean? But to stand 10 toes down in prison in the state, yeah, you really gotta be a gladiator for real, for real, for real. You know what I mean? But in the feds, well, it kind of got some similarity because in the state it depends on what camp or what joint you at. And there's levels in the state too. Like you got the Rock, you know what I'm saying? You got Rayford, penitentiary. But you still got a lot of them camps back in them days, especially when we were wilds that went hard. You feel the Martins and you know what I'm saying? It was a lot of them gladiator schools because it was a different breed of niggas. Yes, Indian River. Because the YOs, like I said, when we came up, nigga, you had to get it from the mud for real. And when you was growing up as a youngster, you had to have some.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I remember when I first got the YO, I went to first time I went to prison, I went to Indian River.
Yeah.
Right, little OB ass nigga tried to hit me with a lock
You
in the
off
sock.
brand, y'all. That's what we call
Jump.
niggas
This
that went
country
from
nigga tried to hit me with a lock in the sock. I took that shit from him and beat the dog shit out of him.
Wow.
But dog, that was my first experience with a young nigga, a off-brand, a OB nigga, coming to check a nigga temperature, cause all my life I thought I was the gangster.
Right.
I wasn't used to a nigga coming to my room checking my temperature. In my brain, I'm like, this young nigga trying to check my temperature.
Hey, and then not only that, us being from Dade, Dade niggas in the state joint, even in the feds, it's Florida. But really, in the state, Dade niggas, you know what I'm saying, is hated by a lot of the other counties because we different. That's Miami bound. You already know.
We was the most hated. They say we talk the slickest.
We talk the slickest. And we go hard, though. And we go hard. So, at the same token, it's like, if you weren't from Dade, you was considered like an off-brand. You an OB. You ain't of our source, nigga. You different. You country. You feel me? That was just the attitude of a real nigga doing time in the state. You feel what I'm saying? But with a lot of that shit, you couldn't just be acting, nigga. You had to be a nigga that they respect, that they know. Boy, that nigga pushing, boy.
Listen, and the crazy part, now don't get it twisted, it's real niggas all around the
world.
All
over the world.
And my best friend.
We had some Pensacola niggas that go
my
hard,
best
nigga.
friend was from Pompano.
Yeah.
Me and this nigga, the nigga used to work out 24/7, but he would not work out what I call coming to get Kenny K, right?
Yeah, man.
He like the way I talk that day shit, right? But he always used to tell me like, man, when y'all day niggas talk slick, I say, we don't talk slick, y'all just listen slow. Right? That was my nigga from Pompano, you understand me?
Yeah.
So, dog, being locked up, young niggas, if you ain't willing to stand on your 10 toes,
ain't even like that no more, though.
Motherfucking type of crime.
Because these, it ain't even like that no more. Because from the street, the YNs these days, they ain't really built like that. And we ain't talking about all the YNs, right? Because you do got some YNs that got like our spirit. You catch them every now and then. You might pluck them here and there. That'll go hard, stand their own. But what I'm saying is the culture changed. A lot of these YNs, they don't even do the outdoor shit they used to do when we was growing up. You feel me? So they ain't really prepped to go, lay down or, wear that shit when it happened to them. Because they ain't raised like that. So now, after you was a gangster, thorough, go hard, dude with the switch and the, you know what I'm saying, you yamming and getting it out here. You got the fame and the hoes and the Airbnbs popping off and, you know what I'm saying?
You got kilo on your
feel
neck.
what I'm saying? Your kilo on your neck, your tag on your outfit by 4 bands. You feel me? When you living that life and it's time to go suffer the consequences and repercussions behind how you roll because the lane you're hugging, now all hell break loose. Now you can't stand, you know what I'm saying, the heat. You want to get out the kitchen now. You done made that bed, but you don't want to lay in it. Come on, fam. So that's the difference, man. And that's why we sit here on Critical Thinkers Podcast and try to let you YNs know, man, the road y'all heading down with this thing, and it's so sweet for y'all nowadays with the technology, man, you're heading in the wrong direction. We're putting all that stuff on the wax like that, putting it on the internet,
on
in
social
the
media.
air. No, sir, buddy, that's not how it goes. Man, but you know, it is what it is, Kenny K. We can't do nothing but give a game, like I said in the song. Yeah, Junkie Junk was on a track for Zoe Pound, and it was called Games Given. Because we spit the real. You feel what I'm saying? You got to feel the shit that I feel. And that's all we was saying. We give game because game is given. It
And
was
all
given
I
to
say,
us.
ain't no game like good game, and we gonna always give you
For
the
sure.
best game.
You
and the
feel
game
me?
that we give you ain't a game. You
Yeah.
understand me? It's something that can get you through real life. You understand me? So we here to empower the youth, the
That's
young
right.
niggas of tomorrow. Me
Right.
and Junk, we did our time. We had our time. Okay, we done won plenty of Super Bowls,
Yeah.
plenty of MVPs. You understand me? We done had our time, and we here to lead you young niggas to the promised land. We ain't here to mislead y'all like a lot of old fake OGs that really ain't did enough to even give you niggas no game. You understand me?
Hey, you know, I fucked their head up on that window, on that hook. Because a lot of niggas, they used to come to me and was like, man, what you was saying when you said, man, you from blocks that killed. I was like, damn, them niggas, I went over, you know, that was something I did. Kenny K, you know, it was crazy because them niggas used to be like, man, Joe, you used to be rocking the mic, doing all this shit. You be all in the studio giving us motivation, helping us with hooks. Well, do this hook. That's when Lil Dap, them. Shout out to the group home, Lil Dap, Guru, Gangstar. That was our brother, man, when we was doing our thing back in them days. This is one of the brothers, Guru, man, from Gangstar. Shout out to Preem, he's still living. This where Zoe Pound was actually, man, we're gonna get back into them stories too to let y'all know the mechanics, you know what I'm saying, the breakdown of how niggas was really, you know what I'm saying, transitioning from the streets, doing that music shit, and had real motherfuckers who got a legacy in the game behind us. The Bushwick Bill. Shout out to the Bushwick Bill family. Shout out to Willie D from the Ghetto Boys. I see he been podcasting. Scarface still in the game doing his thing. Them boys real OGs. These are the niggas that even inspired niggas like Tupac. When you read about Tupac, when you listen to Tupac lectures, when he had interviewed and he talking about how he strategized in the game and who he learned from, lo and behold, y'all don't even know. Scarface was a part of the 5 deadly venoms that Pac studied. So when you listen to Pac, go back in Pac videos when he's talking about who he studied to master the game, how he mastered the game. You're going to find Ice Cube and you're going to find Scarface in that joint, the Ghetto Boys. That's why he ended up doing Smile For Me with Scarface. He was on a journey. He did shit with niggas who motivated him. He was far and beyond. But I ain't going to get off topic. I'm just saying shout out to the group home, because these are niggas that laid a legacy in the rap game to the day, in hip hop today, and they well respected. You feel me? Group home is still touring right now. Shout out to Black Star. Shout out to Little Dap. Them boys still touring in Canada. Them boys just threw a party for Rake One had a birthday party, and them boys bought was it Rake One? I think it was Rake One or Kid Capri. I'm not sure, but it was a party for one of the celebs that's well respected out in New York, and them boys when they got real old school like Big Daddy Kane, Dougie Fresh, and guess who they had as one of the groups to perform? It was Little Dap and the group home. So I respect it. I love what them boys doing because they come from our school. When them boys came down here, we embraced them, show us love. When we went to New York, Jamaica, Queens, shout out to Jamaica, Queens. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Brooklyn. Them boys took us through Brooklyn, took us through Jamaica, Queens. Yeah, we was in that motherfucker. Boy, we had them people like, who the fuck these niggas is? Because y'all know when we went out of town, we came with it. We wore our chunks in the hood. We went bought, man, listen, we wasn't ducking no hood, and we came through them things with the vests on strap, just like regular niggas, but we came with love, and we got love, and it was all good. Shout out to dapping the group home, but what I was saying, Kenny K, is them boys put me on the spot, and they were like, Jump, you gotta give us a hook. So, when I told them we from blocks that killed, the time rose, and we living still. We still living, and all my niggas eager to eat. But only real niggas lurk them streets. Niggas was like, ooh, woo, woo. You gonna be over their head for a long time. Cause they ain't gonna understand, boy, we come from blocks that killed. We ain't come from blocks that got killed, nigga. You ain't gonna be hearing like, oh, niggas got wetted up. Man, the Pound survived that thing, no boasting or bragging. Man, we went through that thing in the 90s and we repped that thing hard. We come from blocks that got bodies.
Okay, Junk, you know what? That's a little too much. We're going to give them some more of that.
That's what they want to hear, Kenny K.
Listen, you're right. But next episode, we're going to give them some of them old little Haiti stories.
For sure, for sure.
We appreciate everyone for tuning in to this episode of Critical Thinkers. Me and Junk here to get that game. And y'all know what I say. God made Haitians, little Haiti made Zoes. Appreciate everyone supporting the channel. Tune in. Leave a comment, because every comment, Junk will reply.
For sure.
What you got to say to the people, Junk?
So, last but not least, y'all know how I always do the outro. Shout out to Little Haiti 2 times, because Little Haiti raised me and Mama made me. And Little Haiti is in my veins to the end of time. Z Gang to the fullest. The founders, the cradle of that Zoe shit. The birth of the Zoes, like we say, came from that 5, 6, and first work. I'm out of here, y'all. It's your main man, Junkie Junk, Little Haiti Soldier.